Signal Podcast. The Bad Signal Podcast. The Bad Signal Podcast. The Bad Signal Podcast.
Oh, sorry. Start with a high five as a slate. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, ready? 1,
Yep.
2, 3. That was Chris.
Perfect slate. Really good slate.
There we go.
Okay.
Please, wait, is this episode 12? Featuring, no, it's 12. It's 12.
Nice.
Featuring Sam Robinson. Woo! Yeah. Welcome to the podcast.
I'm happy to be here. You provided me with a Mountain Dew, which I feel pretty awesome about.
Yeah. I'm glad you made sure that was on camera first.
Yes. I'm pretty aware of this. I'm a filmmaker myself,
Right.
so any kind of camera thing, any kind of, I'm going to enunciate a little bit better today than I normally do, I think. And I'm going to let it flow. I don't know.
You are a filmmaker.
I've
That's
made
it.
films.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've made films.
Yeah.
One including Magpies.
Yes.
What advice do you have for amateur filmmakers?
I think you just gotta do it, right? Like, this is what everybody says now, but like, everyone has a camera, it's on your phone. Don't be like, fuck, I gotta get, the new Arri Alexa thing with the lenses, or shoot on film. I honestly, my not biggest piece of advice, but like, never shoot on film, it's lame. It's so expensive, it doesn't, it looks good, but it's not like make or break look good. It doesn't matter how your movie looks, right? It's just about getting it out there, start writing something down, call your friends, be like, hey, let's go make a movie. Just do it, right?
Making a movie.
Exactly, making a movie. That's the advice. Just go do it. And I'm awful for following that advice myself a lot of the time.
But you have.
I have done it, but I feel like lately, at least, I'm in a slump where it's like I should be doing more stuff because I'm surrounded by all these people. I have no excuse not to. I bought a camera from Tabor, Alberta, last year to the day, and we've made maybe 4 things with it. One of those was not a roller derby, like a demolition derby that we filmed, but I don't know, it's just like I feel like I've got all the tools. I gotta go start really doing stuff, but it's hard. It's hard to make movies, so I get it if you don't want to. It sucks, it's hard.
But do it.
Why not? What's stopping you?
Okay, so you went to school in Red Deer.
Yeah.
Yes. Say 3 nice things about Red Deer.
Oh, man. Red Deer has some nice walking paths. There is I think it's the Trans-Canada Path that goes through Red Deer, and you can just walk down that forever and kind of through the whole town, and it's a good way to explore. If you're ever in Red Deer, I would recommend just taking that path, because you'll be like, oh, I'm kind of surrounded by some nature. Whereas I think when people think of Red Deer, they think of Gas Alley, right? Where it's all just industrial and kind of gross. So that's one nice thing. There's a nice walking path. A second nice thing, there's bingo, which is great. During my last year in Red Deer, I went and played a lot of bingo. Again, not as much as I should have, but I played a decent amount of bingo, never won a dime. But all the ladies there were very nice and very, kind of right-wing conspiracy. But I like listening to them and talking to them, and they'll tell you how to be really good at bingo.
Did you go by yourself, or would you go with
I would go with my roommate, and sometimes we would bring friends, but bingo is, I would almost say it's not a great place for a big group of people, because it's so intense. Have you ever been to bingo?
I haven't.
They're pretty intense, where it's they're just number, and you gotta be really on top of it with your blotter. Of course, I have my own blotter now. And you're paying attention the whole time, and you're getting stressed out because you're I'm getting close to a bingo. And if you get close to a bingo, all the old ladies, they stare at you and they're like, you better not win. Because they've been coming so much
They're
longer.
breathing down your neck.
Exactly, pretty much. So you feel both the excitement of maybe getting a win, but also terrified of getting a win. Luckily, that was never an issue for me or my roommate. We never won. We got close, but never won. So, I don't know, I think gotta go back. That's 2 nice things about Red Deer. A third nice thing, there's a place called Sam Stone Air downtown. I've only ever seen one lady working there, but she's super nice, and she always gives me the lunch deal no matter what time I go in.
The Sam deal?
The Sam deal. I don't know if she knows my name is Sam, but that was really nice. So I like that place. The donairs are huge. They've got good Mountain Dew as well. So
Oh,
yeah,
Is
can't
that
go
your
wrong.
go-to drink, like if you're getting takeout?
I try and avoid it honestly sometimes because I'm like this one bottle has 92% of my sugar, just what we were talking
Right.
about right before the pod, and it feels like I don't need to have that all the time. So I don't know. If it's there, I'll get it. But I don't get it. I don't seek it out all the time.
What's like, if you're going to a movie, what's your order?
Well, let's say I'm going to the Metro because
Okay.
what I've been trying to do lately is like associate different pops with different movie theaters. So Cineplex, I normally go for a root beer. Last night I did orange though, so that was great. Metro, popcorn with the butter. Metro's the only place I get the butter on the popcorn because it's free.
Nice.
Huge shout out. And I would normally get a Coke, but since they switched to Pepsi, it's Dr. Pepper now. So that's kind of my go-to, just like small popcorn, big drink, and it depends on the movie theater. At the Globe in Calgary, I'll get a Sprite. That's yeah.
I like only Sprite if I'm at McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I've heard the McDonald's Sprite is different.
It's gas.
Why do you think it's like what's
Well, there's like this is Sprite a Coke-owned company?
yeah.
There's this like conspiracy theory. Everyone in my family has worked at McDonald's.
Okay.
Even I.
Okay.
When I was
It's
12
lore
years
drop.
Yeah, when I was 12 years old, my first ever job was they used to make me clean the McDonald's plate face.
Oh, awful. When you were 12?
Yes.
In
yes.
Hinton? Like-
yes, under the table because you can't work at 12.
Yeah, I
years
didn't
old.
think you could.
No.
Yeah. But they were like, you look like a kid, so they won't even know you're just playing in there.
I was a cop.
Oh, you were a cop, yeah, you were a narc.
Yeah, and so I used to do that, and there's like this McDonald's conspiracy that Coke has a deal with McDonald's that like they get their best products
Oh.
so that it tastes better there.
Yeah.
And that's why when you're at McDonald's, they always say like, would you like a Coke with that?
Yeah.
And then you have to be like, no, iced tea, because like they do have some kind of deal, but like everyone thinks it's like
Yeah.
they're getting the good
The
stuff.
good. Is
Yeah.
only at McDonald's. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And you're a McDonald's loyalist, a fan
Yes.
for life.
I am a
Did
fan.
it start from working there at 12? You're like, I just love the machine here. I
Yeah.
love the way everybody's working together and getting along so well.
I love the team spirit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like loving it.
Yeah.
I had a birthday party there when I was like, I don't know, 5 maybe.
Okay.
And it was like a Barbie. It was like a Barbie and the Island Princess or something themed. And like, you know, when they have those cakes that's like a doll and like a
Oh,
cake.
yeah. Yeah.
I had one of those.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't remember who made it. I feel like my sister did or something, and it was awesome. And I feel like ever since I had that, like, this-
Really positive association. Yeah. Nice.
yeah, McDonald's for life.
What's your go-to McDonald's order then?
I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
A junior chicken,
Yeah.
but sweet chili.
Okay, nice.
Medium fries, a McDouble,
Yeah.
and then depends on the drink, how I'm feeling. Like, it depends what time of day am I there.
Yeah. I feel like you're there at midnight. Like
I'm
it's-
there at midnight,
Yeah.
then I'm probably gonna get a strawberry milkshake.
Okay, nice. I don't know if I've ever had a milkshake from
Oh,
McDonald's.
it's so good.
It's good?
Yeah, especially the strawberry milkshake. Or if it's like morning black coffee, midday maybe a coffee frap. You know?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get any of the like dirty sodas they had? Like they had
No.
the special cream soda things. The first night I was in Calgary, we got some, and they were like nothing
Isn't
like I've
it
ever
just
tasted
milk
before.
in your soda?
Yeah, but they like add more like flavor, so it's like even
like
sugarier
syrups.
pop. Yeah,
Yeah.
And there was like blue one, and
Blue.
it was I don't know. Is there? I think there's a flavor for blue.
Blue raspberry?
Exactly. Maybe. Yeah. Sure.
Something like that.
But it wasn't fantastic. But I don't necessarily blame the McDonald's. I think that could just be my own taste being tainted by Mountain Dew.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to promote while you have the floor right now?
I feel like you're teeing me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not good. I have my own podcast, of course, the Critter Pit podcast, where the mission, the ethos of that podcast is to go through every Criterion movie in order, because those movies each have like a spine number, right? And review them. I think we're at like number 63. So, and we've been at it for almost 4 years. So, we're making really good progress through that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, the podcast is about to get way more locked in. I can feel it in the air. Things are going good.
Yeah, I did watch one episode and I do have a question.
Yes.
It's co-hosted by you and your friend.
Yeah, Ethan McGuire.
And you guys tend to talk over your guests a lot.
Yes.
What else should I not do on my podcast if you have oh,
I
oh my god.
I think you should talk over your guest.
Sorry, we're closer.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're so good. I should have let people work.
This is what makes this podcast exciting. I guess another piece of advice, maybe lock down the studio.
Shut up.
Say where we were.
Yeah.
Didn't say the location.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't even mention where I haven't even addressed.
It's true. We're in a different place.
We are at Birch and Bear Pizza at their downtown location. Woo! Where I have worked actually for the last 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting. We closed the place down. It would
Yeah.
have been open, but we're like, actually, the podcast.
Podcast needed a new
Exactly,
location
new
tonight,
location.
so yeah, I'm kind of a big deal like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I wouldn't even say that you shouldn't talk over your guests.
Oh, no?
No, because sometimes, what if you get on
It
a
works
riff? What
for
do you?
you?
Yeah, what if you have a good idea? You can't just like not let it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's your podcast. Why do you have a podcast if you don't want to be heard? You know, that's
Well, I think you can still be heard.
your podcast is different as well. Like
Yeah.
you are like interviewing people and doing guest work and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Our podcast is, we feel bad for having a podcast. I think kind of. So if somebody comes on our podcast, it's like that's a joke. That's
Mm-hmm.
silly. Yeah. I don't know.
So funny.
Yeah, is that good advice?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
great actually.
I hope that you guys take that. And...
When was the last time you got caramel coffee crazy?
Oh, I feel like July 1st, like just coming out
true.
to Edmonton from Calgary,
For the
just
day.
doing that kind of spontaneous little thing. That was pretty coffee caramel crazy.
True.
To just do, I don't know. I feel like I work weird jobs with weird hours. It doesn't let me go as crazy anymore. And I know like I have this job coming up on the show. I don't know if I can say what it is. Like I just don't know what the rules are. But that's
Yeah,
starting
that's-
soon, and I just have like this anxious feeling about like, oh my god, I'm about to be so busy. I need to like squeeze in all these like crazy moments and do all these things before I'm working like 6 days a week for 14 hours or 16 hours a day. But the money's good, so that's all
Money's
that really
good.
matters,
You're
right?
making a thing.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a TV show or a movie. Like,
Crazy.
I have no information
Yeah.
about it, yeah. And then, I also applied for this grant, which is cool. That feels
Yes,
crazy to
yes,
me in
yeah.
my mind, that, like, somebody, this is obviously not a lock or anything, but somebody might be giving me money to make a short film that would be really cool. That feels like,
Tell us about it.
this short film is about a guy trying to win back his ex while realizing that it's maybe crazy, that he shouldn't be trying to do this, and that he should be thinking more about his own situation right now instead of reminiscing on the past. And was that even a good idea? Like, was the relationship even that good in the first place, kind of thing? I feel like a somewhat relatable thing to a lot of people, where it's like, even if it's not a relationship, but just thinking back to a past time in your life and being like, I wish that I was there again. And then, but the more you think about it, the more you're like, maybe I'm better off where I am now, kind of thing. I don't know. That's kind of what that movie's about. That's the log line, I guess.
Yeah, and I feel like you're so right. It's like a relatable thing, but being someone that's read it,
Oh, yeah.
also think that like it still has a like unique take in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, the guy sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Oh,
actually think
shut-
that he comes to the conclusion maybe
They
that
always
he
suck.
should come to. Yeah, they always suck.
They always suck.
Exactly. They always suck. Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay. So we know each other somewhat.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
What is your least favorite thing about me?
Oh, wow. That's crazy. It's crazy that we're on the podcast and we
Yeah.
have to litigate this. Well, I wrote a whole journal about it, so if you want to read, that's pretty evil. That was an evil bit. I'm sorry. There might be some editing for this podcast. But
People are gonna watch them. My friends are gonna watch
Yeah.
them.
yeah, mouse to the floor. A good lore drop. My least favorite thing about you.
I wrote a whole journal. Diabolical.
Yeah, diabolical. I don't know yet. I feel like I don't know. I'm smitten right now, like, what don't I like about you? I don't know. I wish I had a better answer to this. Can you tell me what you don't like about me, and then I'll
Okay.
reflect? because I feel like you're just such like an open person, and like it's just, I don't know, it's easy to be around you and reach out. It doesn't,
That is so
yeah,
sweet,
yeah,
so kind, so
yeah,
nice.
yeah. But there's a laundry list for me, and that's
Yeah,
okay.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
and now I feel bad because I have so many things.
That's okay.
to say.
That's, I understand.
I'll start shooting them off.
Yeah.
I hate that we.
Hate.
I hate the only thing that I hate is that we used to live in the same city and we didn't know each other, and now that
Yeah,
we don't,
yeah.
we do.
Yeah, that does suck.
Yeah.
I kind of hate that you're going to Vancouver.
Yeah.
That's lame as hell.
Lame as fuck.
Lame as fuck, actually.
It is.
What's even there? Why? I'm still confused.
Okay, both of your parents are lawyers.
Yeah,
Your brother's in law school.
yeah.
Is that something you ever considered?
Truly not. Like when my brother was studying for the LSAT, I thought about taking it, but kind of more in just like I think I'm smart. I think I'm smarter than my brother. I could just ace this. He studied for so long. Surely I could just go in and like write it down. But I didn't do that because it costs a lot of money to take the LSAT, and it seemed also like a bad bit. Because if it did work, then I would just be a dick. But if it didn't work, then I'd just fail the LSAT, right? It's kind of a lose-lose.
It is.
But no, lawyer, I was never really a career that I considered. Yeah, I don't really, just mad respect to all lawyers. I really like a more active job, like hands-on job is what I mean. Like, not that, because lawyering is obviously, it's very involved and active, but just like, I like to move around and like watch things change. And I think if I was a lawyer and it was really just all like on paper, the things that I'm seeing change, that would break my brain. I think I need there to be like a process and a product, and to be like, okay, I did that. That's what I was working on for the past few months, and now it's done, and I can just move on to the next thing. Which I guess is kind of lawyering as well, right? You work from project to
but like
project. But
I understand wanting something a little more visual.
yeah, exactly. Something a little more concrete. And I mean, you can't get an Oscar being a lawyer. It's what's the point in that otherwise?
What's the point? Of that?
Exactly, yeah. But I don't know. It would be an interesting kind of different career path. Yeah. Have you ever considered doing like some kind of crazy higher education like that, like law school or med school?
No, not anything like to that level. Like I was in political sciences at U of A.
Which is kind of a streamlined to lawyering.
Yeah, true. But I just hated my life there so much that I was like, I can't even do this.
We both hated our time at the U of A. It was,
Cheers to being dropouts.
yeah, cheers to being U of A dropouts. I mean, was I expelled? Kind of, but they kept letting me back in, so that's the way it goes.
That's just the way it goes.
What am I supposed to do?
Were you on academic probation first, or?
Yeah, I was on. I think I was on academic probation like the whole time I was there, like from my first semester. Because like my first semester, I failed like I think half my classes, maybe not half, but like a lot, and was just like otherwise getting D's. I think my first semester, my best grade was like a C minus, and at the U of A, right, to keep going in engineering to like specialize, you need at least a 2.0. I was at probably like a 0.9. So things weren't going super well, but I mean, they prepare you well at the U of A engineering to be like, you're gonna be fucked.
Yeah.
The first day of classes, like I don't know how well known this is, but like your first day of classes in the first lecture you sit in, they say look to your left, look to your right. One of you won't be there next year. And so it's like,
Damn,
that's the
that's
attitude,
real.
right? That it's like, it's just going to be this weeding process. And only the strong will survive. And I was not strong.
Yeah.
And also, like, I never wanted to be an engineer. I don't know. Like, I don't know what I was thinking.
You were just like, funny.
Well, coming out of high school, I was like, I really don't like English class. I don't want to write anything ever. What's the career path that I can take that involves the least amount of writing?
And now,
And
look
that
at
was,
you now.
I know, I'm an award-winning writer. Here I sit.
You love saying
I should have brought my award. I do love saying that. I should also say, like, the award I won is the fakest award in the world, right? It's like from my school's year-end showcase. There's like a public vote, and my movie won, so it's a fake award, but award-winning nonetheless. and they made like a little 3D print of the award, which I think is
Wow.
pretty cool as well. Yeah.
And you have that with you still?
Oh, do I mean, I should bring it with me everywhere.
You
But-
keep it in your car.
Yeah, exactly. But I keep it on my desk, so
Mm.
I look at it when I'm writing to be like, what would that Sam Robinson do? He would keep writing. He would push through. I need that inspiration sometimes.
Whatever. Back to me.
Yeah,
What episodes of The Bad Signal have you watched?
I've watched the Brian episode.
Yes. Fan favorite.
Fan favorite for sure. We were just talking about this last night, so it should be off
I
the
know.
dome, right? The Nasty Goob episode, I've watched like half of, but I got distracted and had to do other things. And the Ned episode, which I think is an all-time great. Probably
All of
one of
them,
the best.
all of them.
Are,
All of them.
but like if there were a Mount Rushmore, I think that would
Okay,
get
give
on
us
it.
a Mount Rushmore.
Well, I mean, I've only seen the 3, so. And then I'm
And then
the
take
number
a
4.
wild guess.
I'm number
Okay.
4.
Great.
I'll put my head on the Mount Rushmore. Why not? I'm imagining it because it's the Bad Signal podcast.
Yeah.
It'll be all of like your best guests, but with like the Batman mask etched into them.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really great.
Where would you want your Mount Rushmore to be? Like what city? If you had to build a
Gotham.
Mount Rushmore. Gotham. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Gotham. It would intimidate all the bad guys. You'd be like, oh my god,
know, it's big.
there's so many bad people.
Whatever.
Would you ever bring like the Joker on the pod?
I have actually.
You have?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, I gotta check that episode
Yeah,
out.
Ava Myers. Check it
Oh,
out.
yeah, that's the Joker.
That's the Joker. For my
That's the
birthday,
one where you got your
actually.
hair done, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Actually, in this very location, we had my 22nd birthday party.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. It was a few months ago. It was like 7 months ago.
Okay.
And we had it here. My boss we had this party here, and it was phenomenal, and it was awesome. And it was like a Batman themed.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Just seeing Nate over there.
Yeah, our crew just wandering around.
Yeah. So shit. Okay, Sam Robinson.
Yep.
How is your dating life as an eligible bachelor who travels for work so much?
I feel bad being, because it's always like it gets to the point where you're talking, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm gonna be here for a couple months, and it's like, but then maybe I'll see you
Yeah.
here. So I don't know, and also, yeah, I just feel like I'm a hard guy to pin down right now, which sucks to try and date. Well, you made a face.
No.
But like, I for my work, right? I'm in Calgary. I'm in Edmonton. Maybe I'll be in Northern Ontario. And when I'm working, I'm generally really, really busy. So that makes it kind of hard to date. I'm also a guy who just like, I don't know, for a while wasn't like, I don't know, looking for like to date. I was just like, whatever. I'll just go with the flow, see what the vibes are.
See what happens.
See what happens. Pretty open, natural kind of guy. What
Pretty
am I
cool,
supposed to do?
pretty nonchalant.
Yeah. So I would say
Tough
fine.
as heck.
Fine, tough as heck. To answer your question, it's fine. Things work out sometimes, you know. I meet cool people. Who's to say? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Trying to hide you're pouring a beer.
Great.
Yeah, I'm
Would
sorry.
blow my
dogs.
comfort.
Yeah. It's okay. I know this podcast is going to have a lot of editing. It'll probably end up being like 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's just like, hello everyone, this is Sam Robinson, and then the outro.
The first question.
Yeah.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
how pretentious are you?
Probably like an 8, if we're being totally honest.
Great.
You look at my Letterboxd top 4, you look at a lot of the music that I listen to. I think I'm getting out of my pretentious arc a little bit. I'm venturing into the world of pop music and seeing all these things, but for a very long time, it was like, oh, this has over 100,000 listeners on Spotify. There's no way I could ever listen to this unless I
lame.
discovered them. Yeah, it is really lame. But as I grow up, I'm like, that shit doesn't matter. You know, it's about what you think is cool and that sounds good. But then it's like, I don't know. I also like to watch really pretentious like movies and be like, oh yeah, this is what inspired me. But also I watch every Marvel movie kind of religiously. So
Really?
yeah, like I
Okay,
have
what's
a
your
pretty.
favorite Marvel movie? Mine's Civil War.
Yours is Civil War.
Yeah.
That first Iron Man movie is really good.
Ooh, I
yeah,
do like that one,
Yeah,
actually.
with Jeff Bridges building the whole thing. I really like the first Ant-Man movie as well. Like I
Paul
think,
Rudd.
yeah, Paul Rudd and the whole gang. It's like a heist movie. They're doing something different with it. I don't know. I've watched them all. A lot of them are the same movie. You know, they kind of have the same flavor. Like, could I even differentiate some of them? I'm not sure. I don't know. I just have a good time though. You're just like, yeah, this is easy watching, munching on some popcorn. I don't have to think about. There's no cares in the world while I'm with my Marvel guys.
Marvel guys. But-
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, speaking of Mount Rushmore,
Yeah.
who is your Mount Rushmore of directors?
Okay. So four directors. I should have been ready for this question because you asked Brian a very similar question.
And you guys are similar people.
We are kind of the same. And first time I met him, it was kind of like looking in a mirror.
Yeah.
But just like personality, just like, whoa! No, I don't know. My top four directors. I really like Ronald Bronstein. I think for me, he's like a huge inspiration. He directed the movie Frownland. I think it might be his only directing credit so far. But that movie, like, it leaves you feeling so like disgustingly gross. And they film it so close, and it's like all handheld. And while I was in film school, something that I noticed about like every film that I worked on, or like other people that would like they present, is like people never in film school at least, right? They don't film in close up. They're like scared of it. So for my movie, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and film as much of this as I can, like just seeing people's faces, and like you're just trapped with them. And so a lot of that for me comes from Ronald Bronstein in Frownland, and also the character in that movie is so. Like he's not a good guy, but he's like you feel bad for him, where it's like, oh, he's just like he's got to figure something out, and you don't know how to help him. And I love that kind of character, where it's like, oh, there's something there. Like I feel like I like a character that you feel like, oh, if I came in and had a conversation with him, not that I would turn his life around, but just like things could be better. And that's kind of what I try and aspire to with my movies as well. So that's one, Ronnie Bronstein. I mean, Kubrick is kind of, everybody's got to put him, I think, on the Mount Rushmore. He nailed like every genre he ever worked in. And the first movies he made were bad, which also is awesome. Because sometimes you watch a first-time director's movie and you're like, fuck, they were like always perfect. Like Michelle Haneke is like this director who makes just like, not disgusting, but like hard to watch movies, and they're so calculated. And even his first movie is like that, and it's like, it's already a Michelle Haneke movie. Whereas Kubrick, his first movies are like not good. Like there's a lot of things you can tell that he's like working on and working through, and then he became like Stanley Kubrick. He got good, which I think is like inspiring to see in an artist or anything, right? Where it's like you kind of, not that you want them to start bad, but you want to see that progress, and you want to be like, oh, this guy's not just like this unattainable thing. There is a process. There is a way to learn. You know, art is, it can be learned. So I like that about him a lot. I'm gonna throw a woman in, the woman director in.
I was waiting.
Yeah, Elaine May. I think she's so funny, but also made one of the coolest, kind of most serious movies I've ever. Like it blew me away when I watched it, being like, this is exactly the movie I want to make. Called Mikey and Nicky. It's about John Cassavetes and Peter Falk. As they go, and John Cassavetes is convinced that there's a hitman out to kill him, and Peter Falk the whole time is just like, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. And it's like a really different take on the mob movie, right? Where it's like, because normally a mob movie, you see the guy get whacked and then it's over, but you never think about like the guy who's like, oh my god, I'm about to get killed. Like, and so that's really interesting. And they shot like 3 million feet of film for it or something. Like, there's this great story where Peter Falk and Cassavetes, they would just like wander around town and like be improvising all their dialogue, and Elaine May set up the camera once and they walked off set just like improvising together, and the cameraman was like, should I cut? And he was like, no, what if they come back? And I love that kind of filmmaking where it's just like anything can happen, and like we just have to be ready because you never know. So I'm gonna put her on my Mount Rushmore. And then number 4, it's hard. There's so many good movies that I really like. This is like kind of a new, and we're talking about being pretentious. I might have been kind of pretentious so far, but I'm gonna throw David Lean on. I just watched Lawrence of Arabia, and that movie is like so perfect in a way that I thought it would be really good, but like in a way that you're like, oh, it's an old movie, it's 4 hours long, this shit's gonna be so boring, but it's so captivating, and like the character of Lawrence of Arabia is also so like deep and like just a way that I was worried this movie's just gonna be like a white savior movie, and it is a white savior movie, but it's it's based on like historical text, and it's also the white savior gets to the end, he's like, I've saved the people, and then the people are like, this isn't what we wanted, and it's such a good like the collapse of that kind of thing. So I really like that movie, and then I've also seen his version of Oliver Twist, which is good, but also he really likes dressing Alec Guinness up in like racial stereotypes. So in Oliver Twist, he plays like a really weird, awful Jewish character. It's like the biggest nose you've ever seen, and then in Lawrence of Arabia, he plays one of the Arabic, like the Prince of Arabia. So there's an asterisk on David Lean. I don't like that, but everything else is cool. Yeah. Anyway, that's not top four.
Top four.
Top four right now in this moment.
Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
I didn't put myself on, but maybe in a few years. Maybe after I get the grant money. I'll be
Yeah,
like,
you'll get up
and
there.
number 4,
And
Sam
one day.
Robinson. I just
Check him out.
really like my own work. But I mean, if I don't like it, who's gonna like it?
Exactly.
I dropped it.
I would say my top 4 in
Mhm.
no specific order.
Who
So-
directed the new Minions movie?
I don't remember.
Oh, James.
James.
Oh God. It was an earthquake.
James, okay, we watched the Minions movie
Yeah.
last night, and then
Love
after the
Letter to Hollywood.
it was over, they had like fake credits because like it was a movie about movies.
Yeah.
And then they had fake credits afterwards, and it was like directed by like James, and then like cast list in order of appearance.
Yeah.
And then it had like Bob Stewart. You
Yeah,
know
like
what
a
I mean?
big
Like,
block of text with all of
just
their
the
names.
Minions names.
It was awesome. He like really committed
It was
to
one
that
of
bit.
my favorite parts of the whole
Yeah,
movie.
and
so-
there were a lot of highlights to that movie as
Oh
well.
my god,
so,
it was
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
I told Sam I'm gonna put it on my Letterboxd top 4 movies.
It's
after.
really good. It's really
I
good.
still have to change it, but
Yeah,
I'm taking Poor Things off and I'm putting on Minions.
that's awesome. Both I mean allegorical texts about
Yeah.
growing up. It's
'Kay.
the yeah.
It's my turn.
Yes, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I'm a podcaster. I'm supposed to interrupt you, right? This is what you said.
I am gonna go Sofia Coppola.
Okay,
I'm a huge fan of her work. Virgin Suicides.
never seen it. I've only seen Priscilla and On the Run. I've only seen her new stuff.
Oh, you
hell.
would because you're a man.
I am a man. Yeah,
Marie Antoinette.
yeah.
Love that movie. That movie has probably some of my favorite needle drops of all time.
Okay.
And
I
I'm
really
a
like
sucker
the
for that.
poster, and Kirsten Dunst is great.
And that movie got a lot of hate, but I
Did
love
it?
it. Yes, just because people are like, because she like obviously like modernized it
Yeah.
to make her like more relatable to like
Yeah.
teenager, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And people were like, not happy
We're
about that.
like up with her head.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Kill her.
Kill her.
I'm gonna go probably Greta Gerwig.
Okay,
Because Lady Bird is one of my favorite movies of all time, if not my favorite movie.
Yeah.
And also Little Woman is incredible.
Mhm.
That was also probably one of my like top 10 movies, and like probably the only director that has 2 movies in my
Yeah.
You know
Top
what I
10
mean?
overall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
throw her in there.
Did you? So I went to see Little Women in theaters.
Oh really?
Yeah, I really liked it, but my whole theater erupted in laughter when Bob Odenkirk came through the door. Like, I think that movie's great, but I think maybe he's miscast because he
Yeah.
has too much like of an outside persona
True.
to be like Saul
Yeah.
Goodman. Saul
Yeah.
Goodman's in this movie, and Bob Odenkirk can be used well, but
Mhm.
that's my one ding on Little Women, and it's not even like an error. It's just that
I'll remember that.
you should, yeah.
Mhm.
There's another thing you can add to the hate about Sam.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't like Bob Odenkirk in Little Women.
Lena Dunham.
Oh yeah.
Lena Dunham's got to be in there. She is just probably there's me and one of my friends, Fraser Pimont, if you're listening. We have this category for like celebrities. We like to call them unicorns of like
Okay.
people that are just incredible at everything they seem to do.
Okay.
Like Donald Glover,
Mhm.
Pharrell Williams, Lena Dunham, like people like that that are just like good at everything they do. And Lena Dunham is probably my favorite comedy writer of all time too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like she wrote Girls, right?
Yeah.
And a book.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
I
a couple books.
Okay, yeah.
And she's made a couple of movies.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
People have mixed opinions on her though, right?
Yes.
In the culture? Okay,
Yes, yes. But she's probably my hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything that I've seen of her seems funny and like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I gotta say I'm not into the Lena Dunham world at all.
What?
I gotta jump in.
All of
Where would you recommend starting?
Girls.
Okay.
I would actually, a guy like you might be a Tiny Furniture kind of guy.
Okay.
It's like this indie movie she made before, like when she was just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on my radar.
Maybe there. I feel like I should throw him in there.
Twist my arm.
Twist my arm.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll say, man. Ooh, actually, I don't know. Maybe David Lynch.
Oh yeah. David Lynch is up there for me as
Yeah.
well. Why didn't I mention him?
But you didn't.
I didn't.
The goat.
Rip the goat indeed.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Lynch?
Ooh. Maybe Blue Velvet.
Yeah. Ooh, that was really good.
Yeah.
Have you seen Wild at Heart?
I don't think so.
Okay, you should check out Wild at Heart. You seem like you would be a Wild at Heart gal.
Okay.
It's a very strange little Nick Cage joint.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Nick Cage kind
No?
of guy.
I might have to leave, I think.
Really?
I'm really into the Cage. I
Really?
love Nick Cage, yeah.
That's crazy.
Because he's an actor who can do anything, right? Like,
I mean,
you
I
could
guess
buy
so.
Nick Cage doing anything. And it's the same with Sandler. Like, I'm a really
Yeah.
big Sandler defender as
Yeah, me
well.
too.
That like
Defender.
Defender. Yeah, that's what we call ourselves, the Defenders. There's a lot of us around, you know. We're doing the heavy lifting,
Yeah.
but like I think there's something special about an actor like that, where it's like you can't put them in a box because
Mm-hmm.
they keep being like, no, I'm gonna do this like crazy big movie. But then also like Nick Cage just had a movie called Pig recently, where it's like almost silent, like he doesn't say that many words, and it's just him looking for a truffle pig. So it's like he can do anything, and you totally buy him in it, right? Like I don't know if I've ever really rubbed on a Nick Cage performance. I'm always into it. Yeah, I'm a big Cagester. Yeah, I'm glad.
It's fun. The camera, like,
Yeah, I feel seen.
All right.
What turns you off of him?
He's got crazy eyes.
He does have crazy eyes. He does have
He's got
crazy eyes.
crazy
But
eyes.
that's like what makes him so good in Wild at Heart, because he's playing it like he's Elvis. Like imagine if David Lynch made an Elvis Presley movie. That's what Wild at Heart is.
You
Like,
know what?
It's crazy. It's so weird. It's really.
Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
You should.
Okay, what is the biggest red flag that you have?
I have a podcast for
Yeah.
movies. I think that's a pretty big red flag, right off the bat. I don't know. I feel like just generally anybody who works in the film industry, just like I would stay away from, you
Yeah.
know, because their hours are going to be awful, and they're only going to be
Yeah,
able to
it's
talk
only
about
that thing.
working
Yeah.
in movies, because it's like the only thing in your life. It's like I think it's. This is something that I've been struggling with. It's like you turn like a hobby into a career, where you're like, oh my god, this, because working on a big set is basically like working in a factory. You're just standing around all day, moving things one to one to one to one. Like you really, unless you're the director, the DP, or like maybe the ACAM operator, you don't feel like you're making art at all. Like it really, really feels like you're just working in a factory. But then to be like, I gotta do this, I gotta put in the time, I gotta grind, I gotta do all these things, and like be a crew member. But the work does suck, and I don't think that there's many people who work in film that will be like, actually it's awesome and I really love it and it's really rewarding. And I think this is my pitch to save the film industry. Like, let's just work 10-hour days. I don't get why we work so long. Like, I don't mind working, that long every now and then, but since the standard has become like a 14 to 16-hour day, I think that's like ridiculous. Like, it drains the life out of everybody working on set. And then even when you do have time off, you just feel like, it feels like you're still working because you're like, I gotta do all these things on my like one day off a week, and the stress never goes away. So, I don't know. I would say 2 days off a week, 10-hour shifts, that's fine, right? I feel like a 50-hour work week's still a good amount of work. And like also to producers out there, you don't have to pay crew like crazy overtime if you're only working 10 hours a day.
True.
That's true, yeah. That's my advice to save the film industry, as a guy who's like barely worked in the film industry. Yeah.
Those are pretty huge red flags, so I
Yeah.
would stay clear away from him.
Yeah,
If I were you.
But like, come on the pod, I'll talk over you.
Yes.
It'll be great. what would you say your biggest red flags are?
I think. Next question.
Okay. Skip.
I don't know. I feel like maybe also that I have a podcast and I will say anything that I want to on it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I feel like that's kind of scary.
It is kind of scary.
You know, like I've been known to talk about people on the podcast
Yeah.
because I don't care.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's kind of also my thinking about the podcast.
I'll say whatever I want to. on
Exactly,
there.
and it's like, am I really gonna edit this?
Yeah.
Like I would rather just let it flow and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, because it's fun, and at the end of the day, I mean, this podcast is way bigger than mine,
Yeah.
so it is a little bit more concerning. Like maybe people could see this, but with my podcast, it's like nobody's ever gonna listen to this. I can just vent and say whatever I want. You know, that's
Fair enough.
yeah.
So, on a similar note, you rate. How like honest and like true to like your life sequences are you with your work while you write?
Oh, well, I write. Okay. I think, like, it kind of depends. Like, there is definitely some, like, artistic liberty, but I don't think I have as good of an imagination as other people. I gotta write, like, things that I've been through. And for me, I like to write things that, like when I close my eyes, I can't, like, stop thinking about this, like, awkward moment or whatever that I had. Like, this cringy moment, it's like, oh, fuck, I just gotta, like, write it down. I gotta make it so that it happened to, like, my surrogate character's name is Peter, right? Like, I always...
Okay.
And that's been since like grade 8, it's like the character Peter, but I spelled it P-E-T-R back then, and I don't really know why. But yeah, like I feel like I'm pretty honest with it. I would be like really interested to see some of the real people's opinions of it, like to see if they would recognize themselves reflected. Because what ends up happening is that it will come, like a moment that I'm writing or a scene will come from a specific moment, but then I'll kind of merge other people or other moments into it as well. So it's not that it's like not honest, it's just like it's a reflection of like kind of more the time rather than like the specific moment that I was living. Yeah, that like does that kind of answer the question. That it's
What's
an
it?
amalgamation of things that I write about. But it would be scary to like sit down with the people that's like, hey, that's you. You know, I wouldn't do that. I think. Yeah. Which is great because you kind of do that, right? You have your table reads and stuff.
I always force people to read my work in front of me so that I can gauge their reactions while it's happening.
Yeah,
It's
that's so
happening.
scary to me.
I'm obsessed with that. I don't
Yeah.
know. I like it.
You're over it.
So, do you think you align more with the sun or the moon?
Definitely the sun. Yeah, because I give energy and life to everything around me. I'm also just like such a sleepy guy. I feel like I don't see the moon as much. And it's summer now. I'm seeing the sun like all day, every day. I don't know. I think I just align more with the sun because I see the sun more, and I like need the sun. I feel so good when I'm
Yeah.
around the sun. That doesn't make me the sun, but it's just like if I had to choose between seeing only one of the two for the rest of my life, it would for sure be the sun.
Really? I might choose the moon.
The moon is really cool, and the moon changes and stuff, but the sun, you get like the sunrise and the sunset.
That
and, like,
is true. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I do most of my writing at night by
Okay.
myself, and
Yeah.
like I feel like it's really the only time I'm like alone during a day, you know?
Yeah,
So it's kind of nice to have that.
have the moon with you. Do you, when you're writing, like, do you write it first in a journal, or do you kind of go straight to?
I just go
keyboard?
straight,
Yeah.
and then I see what happens.
Mhm.
And then once I start getting a few ideas, then I'll go to a journal and be like, kind of like lay it out,
Yeah,
kind of like.
yeah. You have your chalkboard as
Yeah,
well.
I do a lot of chalkboard things, and then I'll like go back to it, and then I'll write more, and then I'll be like, what am I doing? And then I'll keep, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a very back and forth kind of thing.
Yeah.
Especially, I write around a lot of people. I don't write with anybody though,
Mhm.
so like it's like, well, to some level, I kind of do. Like if I'm like bouncing around ideas, you know,
Yeah.
and I'll like be watching TV, and I'll have my headphones on, and then I'll scream at everybody, and like go out to the chalkboard, you know.
Yeah. And you write, like, you mentioned that you have episodes like they're tied to specific music and stuff. Do you write with, like, you're listening to that specific music, or do you kind of find the music as you're writing?
I kind of find the music as I'm writing.
Okay.
If like I'll put on like an album or a playlist, and I'll be like this. It's usually one song though that like,
Triggers it.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, I could work with this.
Yeah.
And then I'll like build, and then sometimes I'll build scenes around the music, or other times I'll like only pick this artist if I have a specific vision or if I've already written it without
And like, do you put that music in the script as well? Because like, I haven't been able to read any of your
I do,
shows.
and
Okay.
then usually what I'll do is I'll send like my close group of friends every episode I write, and I'll send them a playlist with it.
Yeah.
And then they'll go back, and then they'll get back to me, and then we'll do a table read with like, if anybody has like any big notes for me, or sometimes I'll take them, and sometimes I'm like no, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And
I
then
think as long as you can justify pushing
Yeah.
back on notes, then it's good. Because you can't take everybody's notes, otherwise,
Yeah.
why didn't they write it?
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a balance of
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
So what is the last movie you watched that might save going to theaters?
That might save going to theaters. Everybody should go see the Minions movie.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
the movie's flopping. Did you know that? Like, it had an incredibly underwhelming opening. It opened to 31 million
What?
this weekend. Yeah, I know, it's shocking because it's so good.
Such an incredible film.
Yeah.
It's going on my top.
No, like honestly, like I preferred it to the new Toy Story movie, like by far. It's
Okay.
so good, and it's like, it's a more interesting Minions movie where like there is a plot, but so much of the plot is like done without dialogue, which I think is really
Yes.
interesting. And like, it's a silent film homage. Like that's so cool. You don't see that in like a kids movie all the time. So I would definitely recommend going to see Minions and Monsters. I would have maybe called it Monsters and Movies, or like Minions and Monsters and Movies. I would have got movies in there because it's so much of the plot is like an ode to cinema.
I know, it's such a beautiful movie.
It is, and
It's
like
such a-
there's so many like little
It's
things
so
in the
black and
background.
white.
Yeah, me too. Like George Lucas is in it. George
Yeah.
Lucas hasn't done any movie stuff in a long time. He's too busy building his epic museum. But like George Lucas was voiced by George Lucas in that movie. That's so crazy to me. Like he must be a fan.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the coolest project you've ever worked on?
I don't think I can say it on the podcast. Like,
He's too big for us, guys.
I'm not too big. I just signed
He's
an NDA.
too big
Like,
for us.
this is the actual moment that you signed an NDA for, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I can't say it, but I'll tell you off mic later. But the coolest projects outside of that, like a student film. This was my friend Ethan's movie. It's called Video Doom. I think that movie turned out so cool. It's like about these two guys that become obsessed with like the TV in their living room, and they kill each other over it. But it's like a silent movie, and Ethan made like this crazy soundscape, and we got a TV from my friend. We like drove up from Red Deer to Edmonton to pick up this TV, and like barely fit in the car, and there was 3 of us in the car. Ethan's car was pretty small, so it barely fit. I'll show you a picture later because I don't want to grab my phone. But like we're all squished in the car. Like my knees are up here to my chest because like we all had to push our seats so far forward, and we're like, okay, we're gonna go back to Edmonton. Obviously, we try and get out of my friend's like parking lot, but there's like a slight uphill and it's icy, and the car just spins all the way around. We've got this TV in there. Ethan, like God bless him, came in clutch. We didn't hit anything, but we're just actively spinning around with this heavy ass TV. Eventually we got out, but then Ethan's tire like was flat, like gone, because there's way too much weight in the car and stuff, and also the tires just weren't good for that car. So we're like, okay, no problem, we're gonna change the tire or like put more air in. We try and put more air in. Immediately we're like, no, this tire's not holding air. So we try and change the tire, but the bolts were like over tightened, over torqued. So we couldn't get them off. We called the AMA guy. AMA shows up like 45 minutes later or something, and he's like trying to do it. He's like, no, you're fucked. So we just filled it with air and was like, you gotta go now. So we drove back to my place, spent the night, and then we're like, it's probably fine. We drove back to Red Deer and made it, and everything was fine. But it was a very strange night in my life, and I think the project that came of that like isn't necessarily a reflection of that experience, but like that experience, you could feel it being on that set. Like this is like now become important. Yeah, and that movie, it actually played at the Edmonton Underground Film Festival here last year. Yeah, it was cool. We met a lot of cool people at that festival. Yeah, that might be it. How about you? What do you think the coolest, other than this episode of the podcast right now?
Yeah, probably, definitely this one. I don't know about This is no. I'm not going to answer your question.
Okay.
This is not the
This
coolest
is the
thing.
second question you've not answered.
I refuse.
Yeah.
No, the last thing that came to my mind was Jenna and I hosted this like Thanksgiving this year,
Nice.
and everyone came over and we cooked a bunch of food, and it was also like my cat's birthday.
Okay.
So Jenna and I put on a 2-man play
Nice.
about my cat.
That's awesome.
Yes, and it was like it wasn't like long, but it was like
It was a play.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just Jenna and I, and that comes to mind as one of my favorite things I've
That
ever
is
done
awesome.
in my life.
Would you ever like try and put one of your plays on like at Fringe or something like that? Like just
yeah,
like
for
an
sure.
equivalent- Yeah.
I've thought about it
Yeah.
before I was decided I was going to school. I wanted to do like something like that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no. And then I was like, and then
Yeah. It didn't end up happening yet. But you never know. Anything can happen.
anything
I
can.
think it'd be so cool to put on a play. Like
Yeah.
that kind of I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I don't know like what I would do, but like I would like to challenge myself to try and write
Yeah.
a play.
I want an EGOT, so.
Oh yeah, that's your goal. Well, yeah. I think that's achievable. Hopefully the
Yeah.
Oscars start doing like a podcast category like
Yes.
the Golden Globes do. So, but I think what the hell? Why
What the
not?
hell?
Why not EGOT? But
Why not? Shoot
I'm-
for the stars.
playwriting seems so like different to me than like writing for film. Because like when I'm writing for film, I really like to think about like the edit and like how all these like different things can come together. Where you can't do that as much for a play, like it's kind of an obstruction where it's like the characters are here and they have to say these things, or like not that they have to say these things, but like they're stuck in the setting, right? You can't like suddenly shift the setting,
Yeah.
or maybe you can with lighting, but it's just like all these things that you have to like think about in such a different way that I don't know. I would really want to write a play one day. That's a goal of mine, to write a play. I don't even have to put it on. I just wanted to write it. Yeah.
Do it.
Do it. Why not? What's stopping you? Nothing.
Tonight. When did you know that this was the path for you?
That's a good question. I feel like throughout most of my life, like if you talk to my friends in like even from elementary school, they probably would have said that I was going to end up in film. Like, because I used to make like little sketches and stuff with my brother and like with my friends. We would just like with our iPods, film whatever. And like instead of editing it, you just like have all the different like things, and you just like go from video to video instead of putting anything together. So like I feel like that's always kind of what I would say to people, that I wanted to like be in the film industry. And then like I don't know what happened when I was like 17. It was like I guess engineering.
Yeah.
like it's like I would really like to go back and talk to myself and be like, what was the rationale here? Like why was this the thing, and then why did you stay there for so long?
Yeah.
Because I only ended up going to to film school kind of out of like every other option was closed at this
Yeah.
point, where like I could have gone back into the U of A, but it was just like I would have been so miserable. Like it would have been awful, and I was also not close to like getting any degree there. I just had taken so many like a weird variety of engineering classes and philosophy classes where it's like I kind of had like I hadn't even completed a first year in my entire 3 years.
Even though
of
you're
taking it.
turning 40?
I'm
this
turning
year?
40 this year, yeah. So I was a late bloomer, you know. But I ended up in Red Deer because like they were the only place still taking applicants, which red flag if you're taking applications in like the end of July,
Yeah.
right before the school's supposed to start. But that's how I ended up there, and I feel like kind of immediately once I was there, I knew like, oh yeah, this is such a better path where it's like I'm not miserable all the time. My grades like shot up. I went like we talked about. I went from like a 0.9 GPA to like a 3.8 or 3.9. Like I was just a lot happier, and so I feel like that was a good moment, a good reflection of, oh yeah, this is kind of what I'm supposed to be doing. Is you're not miserable if you like doing the thing. Yeah. I don't know, but kind of forever I knew that I was going to be working in film. I don't know that I ever would have said that I wanted to be a director. Like even until maybe like the third year of doing film school, when I kind of got more into writing as well, I kind of rediscovered that. I was like, oh yeah, like this is kind of a path that I am interested in taking. Whereas I think before I would have just told people, because I think I just had a more like I had to be like very practical about the way that I thought. So it's like, oh well, like you can't make money as a director. Like you can't actually do this as an unattainable career. So it's like, oh yeah, well I'll just be like crew or whatever, and I'll be happy. But now I'm like, oh maybe this is like, you know, it's not attainable like anytime soon, but it doesn't feel entirely out of reach anymore, which I think is like interesting. So another piece of advice for young filmmakers, just like follow your dreams kind of thing. Just like do it. Don't feel that like something is unachievable just because it's like far away. It's like the little steps get you closer, right? Like, and once you get close enough, you're like, oh, it's just over there. Like I can kind of see it. Like it's visible. Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good.
Podcaster.
Would you like? Are you someone who has big dreams for yourself?
No.
No?
Like my big dreams right now is just kind of like continue to be able to pay rent and like eat food, and that is just kind of what I need. And like I this is something that like I think I struggle with, like having like aspirations to be like, oh, this is what I want to do, like this is what I'm working towards, like, which is weird because I do things, right? Like I do things, but it never feels like I can put everything into it. Yeah, sorry, it's my stress ball now. But it's like if there's a grant application or whatever, now I'm kind of at a point where it's like, okay, I'm not make or break in this, right? But it's like, but I can put together an application, and like I'm not going to rely on this for like this isn't my dream. I can't like everything is on this. I guess that's what I'm trying to say is like I don't put pressure on my dreams anymore, or like ever. Where it's just like if it happens, it happens, and I will continue to try and take active steps towards them. But I'm not like in 5 years I have to be here, in 10 years I have to be here. I kind of like I just kind of want to let it flow, and maybe that's like from my educational past where it's like, oh fuck, engineering is so rigid, right? It's like in next year you have to choose this, the year after that you have to choose this, the year after this you have to be this, whatever. So I'm trying to step away from that kind of living where it's like, just go with the flow, see what happens. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yes.
It's a long-winded answer.
Good.
Yeah.
What's the last thing that scared you?
I mean, Minions and Monsters, there was a part in that where it seemed like maybe the world was going to get eaten by Irene. That was pretty scary.
True.
That was pretty frightening. I mean, I have like my car's in the shop right now. That's kind of scary because like I haven't heard anything about that, and like I want to get my car back, kind of. But I feel like it's just a lot of little things like that, you know. What was the last thing that scared you?
I have two answers.
Okay.
I feel like I
like the side eye to the camera.
yeah.
How much are you going to say?
Yeah. I had a conversation yesterday that scared me.
Yeah.
I also feel like I am moving at the end of the month, and every time somebody brings it up, I get scared.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. But it's just a thing that's just going to happen. Like it's just like.
This is just happening, and
Exactly,
I'm going
it's
with
just happening.
it.
Yeah. Like it. I don't know if you feel this way, but like when I have something like that, it just feels like I'm just kind of a passenger on this thing. Even though it's like, oh, but I did
I made
every single decision to get here. But then I'm like, I guess who made this happen?
Yeah, literally.
Why am I doing this? But I think it's a cool thing that you're doing, right? Like I think that it's gonna be really awesome and like big career moves, like.
Big moves are coming.
Big moves are coming. You didn't answer the dream question yourself, but like it feels like that's such a big step to what I would imagine your dreams are and your aspirations. Yeah.
I am a dreamer for sure.
Yeah.
Everything I do with a little bit of whimsy and hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I try and like I unfortunately do put a lot of pressure on my dreams, but I'm also like doing things to make them happen. So you know?
Yeah. And I think you are like you're taking big steps too.
Yeah.
It's not just like the little things. You're like moving away and getting a crazy educational experience that will like so quickly accelerate your dreams, which is so crazy and so scary. Yeah, knock on wood, but I think it's gonna happen. Like it'll be so like you should do another podcast like this in a year and just see where we're both at because you're gonna be a showrunner and I'm gonna be fucking living in Calgary. Oh god, I'm so sad. I just work on crew.
You'll be sober too.
Yeah.
Okay, who's your dream guest on your podcast?
It's a good question. We haven't had that many like guests that aren't our friends. The only guest that we've had that we didn't like know before was just like it ended up being it was a good podcast, like a really good
I
conversation.
remember this.
Yeah, I told Lila about it. But we had this director on that we had seen this guy's film at the Calgary International Film Festival, and it made a big impact on both of us. And then we had him on the podcast after like a year and a bit of talking, just like over email. And then the audio for the podcast was unlistenable. And it was just like, oh my God, I feel so bad. But yeah, shout out to Gabe Kahan if you're listening. I'm very sorry. I never replied to your emails. But that's what happened. This final email was just asking me what happened.
What happened?
What happened? So I get Gabe back on the pod for sure. Another dream guest. It's so great. Like really anyone who's like a filmmaker and who like maybe did like Matt Johnson, I think would be an awesome podcast guest because he's like, have you seen Nirvana the band the show? Like heard of it at all?
No, but
Okay.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, so he made that, and he's made a bunch of other like really great movies, and he works not exclusively in Canada anymore. He's a trader, but he works almost exclusively in Canada with government money, and it's like, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
Like, and he really sticks to like his voice, and he has like such a distinct style and stuff. So I'd love to just talk to him and like pick his brain about how he makes movies and how he approaches that even. And then also just like copy all his grant applications would be
Yeah.
like really helpful, I think. So yeah, Matt Johnson, I would say.
That's a good
Dream
answer.
guest. Yeah, thank you. How about you?
So many.
Yeah.
Maybe
You had a really cool guest.
I
Yeah,
did.
you
I
had-
did recently.
Yeah.
Maybe like Mindy Kaling.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, Mindy
Yeah.
Kaling's a huge inspiration and hero for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe Christopher Guest.
Oh yeah.
I am a huge fan of his work, and I've watched a lot of his movies this year for the first
Mm-hmm.
time. Maybe Stuart Kevin or Bob.
Okay, yeah. I would get James on. I would like to hear what he has
Yeah.
to say.
One of the boys for sure.
He would be so
I'm
awesome.
surprised
to
you
do
didn't say me.
Well, damn, you're up there. Top, you're Mount Rushmore, you know, of podcast guests.
Right.
But I feel like I could get you on the podcast. If I dragged you. If you ever come to Calgary, we'll record an episode and you'll be like, I'm not getting a single word in.
Yeah.
Is this maybe the most misogynistic podcast of all time?
Maybe.
Maybe. We've had guests on who are women a couple
Oh, wow.
times. Yeah, I know, that's pretty big, hey? A film
That's
podcast?
huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
I had another answer, but
Okay.
Oh, Spike Jonze. I think Spike Jonze is the coolest person to
Yeah.
ever live.
True.
So just to be in his presence, I think would be really cool.
I'd fall to my knees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Okay, what does success look like to you?
I think success is like being able to look at where you were, like, you know, a year, however long ago, and be like, I am in a better place now, right? That's like, or I'm in a different place now.
Yeah.
I think success is about like not being stagnant, not like just continuing to move and evolve and grow. And yeah, it doesn't have to be a material thing. Like it doesn't have to be like, oh, I have, you know, $1,000 in the bank or whatever. Like it to me, success is just being able to be like, I am a better person than I was, you know, last year. Like I'm a more aware person. Just kind of something like that to me. That I think is a sign of a successful person. Somebody who's like growing and like willing to grow and isn't like, you know, happy to be stagnant.
Yeah.
People who are happy to be stagnant, I think, good for them. But I don't know. It's not me. I gotta keep moving, keep growing, keep grooving.
Keep
yeah.
climbing.
Yeah, exactly. Keep climbing until
Keep climbing.
until
It's the climb.
It is the climb. It's the grind. I got that grind set mindset all the time. Yeah. You asked me if I was red pill. Red pill is hell. What does success look like for you? An hour-long podcast episode.
Right. And we'll end it there. Thank you so much for coming.
Happy to be here.
No, I have a couple more questions, but we're nearing the end actually.
Are we? Wow.
I don't even know how long it's been.
Me neither. I don't have my
Should we
phone.
check?
I don't even know. Sure.
Because I do have, oh my god, I do have a few more.
Okay. It's
Like-
been 5 minutes.
I hope so. An hour and 3 minutes.
Oh my god.
Up, down.
Is this going to be your longest episode?
I hope not.
You hope not? You don't want it to be that long? Well, I mean, with all the cuts, it's probably still only gonna end up being like 20 minutes.
True.
Yeah.
I just don't want you to hold that title. I just don't think you deserve it.
I don't deserve it, you're right. It's ridiculous. But you brought a podcaster on, I'm gonna be on. I think I said this earlier. Like, do you notice a difference in my like podcast persona versus my real? Yeah, I feel it in
have.
myself. Yeah. Which do you prefer? Who should I be? If I had to pick a lane.
You
On-
should just be Sam. You should
I don't know
just
who
be-
that is.
Okay, you should tell the camera how we know each other.
Well, we matched on Tinder like a long time ago. And then I think I just left you on red. Classic Tinder move. And then
I'm sorry, I'm going.
yeah. And then I may have accidentally stalked you on Instagram, viewed your story, and then my heart. What was the last moment I was scared when I got a DM from you? You're like, oh my god, she found out that I was stalking her. This is so scary.
It was pretty obvious that you were stalking me, and I was like,
Yeah.
hello.
And now here we are. I'm on your podcast.
And now you're on my
That was the
podcast.
long game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Joe Biden.
That's the Joe Biden. It's Jover.
It's so Joe.
We did a Joe.
We did a Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Okay, you're a pretty big music guy, as we established earlier, but you listen to very different music than I.
Yeah.
What song would you use to describe me?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Thank you.
I don't just want to grab my phone and look through. Man, that's a really good question. This is maybe a cliche answer, a lame answer, but I like She Don't Use Jelly. Because I think that you approach things in like a different kind of way. She Don't Use Jelly by the Flaming Lips. It's like all these different things to describe someone. And I mean, you don't have orange hair right now, but you associate with the color orange. And there's a line in that song where it's, I know a girl who dyes her hair orange. That's not the line, but it's part of it. So I'm gonna go with She Don't Use Jelly by the Flaming Lips. Yeah.
Good answer.
Not that I think you eat your toast with Vaseline, but maybe.
Okay, we're entering a game.
Okay.
Okay. One movie everyone needs to watch.
Okay. One movie everyone needs to watch. For what? Just because? Just to watch. Magpies by Sam Robinson. Next question.
Incredible answer.
Obviously.
What's the best like heartbreak movie?
Oh man. Chilly Scenes of Winter by Joan something Silver.
Okay.
Female director. That's yeah. Thank you. I deserve a shout out for that. That movie is like the best, I think, heartbreak yearning movie ever. And it's like I watched that movie and I was like, fuck, why didn't I make that? Like it sucks that I watched this because now I can't make this. Because it's just about a guy who's like so obsessed with his ex, and as the movie goes on, you're like, oh, they weren't even dating that long. Like this guy was clearly the rebound for this girl. It's so good, and he like the poster is just him like standing outside of her house, and it's like it sounds obviously kind of stalkery and creepy, but like that movie is really good. And it stars the dad from Home Alone.
Nice.
He's a really good actor. Yeah.
Okay. What's the funniest movie?
The funniest movie, other than Minions and Monsters, we were
You
having
could
a
say
ball.
that.
We were laughing a lot.
We were laughing a lot.
Oh man. Oh, Superbad, I think is like I can watch that movie 10,000 million times and still like find new jokes and like laugh at it more. So I think I'm gonna go
That's
Superbad.
a great answer too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I also watched The Invite recently, and that movie is like
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen is in it, yeah, but it's directed by Olivia Wilde,
Yes.
and she's also in it, and that movie is so funny. But also, it kind of ties heartbreak and funny movie together, like because I love a movie that can just like completely fuck with your emotions. Like you're laughing so hard in one moment, and then you're like, "Oh my god, I've never been so uncomfortable in my entire life." And that movie like finds that line so perfectly, and it's basically a play. Like it's all set in just like 2 rooms. So yeah, I'm gonna go with The Invite as well. Shout out!
Interesting.
Whenever that movie comes out, people should watch it.
What's the first movie you watched in theaters?
I believe it was Cat in the Hat with Michael Myers, and my parents tell the story that I was terrified and did not have a good time because that's a really scary, crazy movie.
Mine was Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, or whatever it's it's
Indiana
called.
Jones 4, yeah.
Yeah. And my brother peed his pants in the theater.
Nice, yeah.
Pretty scary movie.
It is a scary movie. I mean, what if aliens were real and could give you all the knowledge and then
Okay.
your brain exploded?
Shia LaBeouf.
And Shia LaBeouf is in it. Were you sad they killed Shia LaBeouf in number 5? They're like, he died in Vietnam. It's just like an offhanded line. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, what is the movie with the best dialogue?
Mikey and Nicky. Like, really any movie with John Cassavetes, you can just turn
Okay.
on and be like, how is this written?
Yeah.
Like, it just, it flows so well and people are like kind of talking over each other, but you can hear everybody. Yeah, Mikey and Nicky, I think I'm gonna give best dialogue award to. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have an answer for this? Like,
I don't know, maybe Before Sunrise?
oh yeah, those movies are very, yeah.
Or maybe Bottoms also.
Bottoms, yeah. Bottoms is good. I watched
One of the
Bottoms.
two.
I watched Bottoms in a completely empty theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like by myself, middle of the week,
That's
empty
crazy.
theater, being like, is this movie real? Am
Yeah.
I dreaming right now?
I
crazy
watched it with
movie.
my dad for the first
Oh,
time.
nice.
And it's both of like one of our favorite movies.
Nice.
Like he went and told all of his friends, you need to watch this movie. It's the funniest thing I've seen in so long.
Yeah.
And all of his friends came back to him and were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because you guys are both big football guys too,
Yeah.
right? So did
Yeah.
you like Marshawn Lynch and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
one football
Okay,
reference I could ever
rate
make.
your experience on the podcast.
Like a 5 out of
Okay.
10. Could have been better, but you know, really good start. No, I'd give it a 10. I feel like it was a really good time. I got a Mountain Dew. I didn't even finish the Mountain Dew, which feels really good. I love having
Nice.
more drink, you know, where you're like, oh, the night's still young. I've still got so much Mountain Dew left.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was a good conversation. Like this didn't feel like it was an hour to me, you know? How
Incredibly
about
nice.
you?
You know, we all have our peaks and we all have our valleys.
Yeah, yeah. It's important because when you're in the valley, the peaks seem even higher.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is just one of those times.
Yeah, that's okay. I am willing to accept that.
Okay. This is my last question, and if
Okay.
you're a fan of the podcast, you should know that I ask this to everybody.
Okay.
Do you know what the question is?
I forget.
Wow. Big fan.
I know.
Big fan.
When you ask, I'm gonna know. I don't feel dumb.
Do you think that we will be best friends
Oh,
forever?
of course, this is the question. I think
Really?
that we will. Yeah, I have no doubt. And I say that also because I think you're going to be like such a big success in the film industry that I will not
Gosh.
leave you alone. That's the honest truth, the answer. Put her there, champ.
Put her there.
Yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, he's gonna leave now. but
Oh, I
we'll
can't
finish
get
this.
out this way. There's a lot of
You can't
cords.
go away.
I'm trapped here forever.
Just go under the table.
Yeah, there's a camera move. That's awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for
coming on
having
the
me.
podcast.
I hope it wasn't the valliest of valleys.
No, it's not our worst, but it's definitely not on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I'd settle for the middle. I settle for just not the worst. You know?
How much? What is it? Can I guess? 107?
112.
112. Hey,
That's awesome.
hey.
Just expand the credits, make it slower so
Yeah.
that this is the longest
We
episode. I
should,
don't want anybody to break this
I
record.
don't know how we could do this, Nate, but I want there to be at least 1 minion in this podcast. And I'd prefer,
And I'd prefer that they talk every now and then.
and I'd prefer it be James.
Yeah. James and I would get on, I think.
Jenna was like, how was the Minions movie? And I was like, I don't think I've seen myself in a character in a long time. I saw myself with James.
There were so many good characters in that
There
movie.
were,
though.
you're more of a, what was it, Sporg?
Gort?
Gort.
Or something
yeah.
like that. Dort, I believe
Dort,
was his
yeah.
name. And you were more of the squid guy.
Yes.
Who had a really long name.
Yes, Gary Gummy something.
Yeah, the deceiver.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, thank
Shout
you
out
so much
Minions.
for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you. Third handshake of the pod.
Good night, Gotham City. I'll see you again. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're back.
What the fuck? That's what I wanted to do.
Okay. Also, what happened today before the podcast is I got tattooed by someone who gets shout out every other episode by his awesome tattoo skills, Vincent Corvido. Look at my awesome second skin and tattoo. Okay. Anyways, I love you, Vincent. Thank you for watching. Good night, Gotham City. Mwah!
He's not gonna watch.
He is not.
He's not gonna watch.